Hello, Colas. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Ronald Araujo, as it has been revealed that Real Madrid Atletico wanted to sign the Barca defender before his move to the Camp Nou. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Vitor Roque, as it has been reported that the Barcelona striker targets agent confirms rejecting 25 million euro offer from an unnamed club. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Ronald Araujo has firmly established himself as one of the most informed defenders in Europe currently, following a series of stunning displays for Barcelona. The 23-year-old Uruguayan international has left behind the injury issue that sidelined him towards the back end of 2022 and has been key to the Blaugrana building an 11-point lead at the top of the La Liga standings with assured performances one after the other. Signed from Uruguayan club Boston River back in 2018, Araujo initially spent time with Barcelona's reserves before making his debut in October 2019 under Ernesto Valverde. The centre-half cemented his position as a regular under Ronald Koeman and has since not looked back, firmly establishing himself as a pivotal part of the team under Xavi Hernandez. However, things could have turned out quite differently as Araujo, as Barcelona's arch-rivals Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid were also interested in signing him that in 2018 before he arrived at Spotify Camp Nou. This claim comes from Mundo Deportivo, who stated that both the Spanish capital clubs wanted a Uruguayan international before he arrived in Catalonia. Araujo joined the club in a deal worth an initial fee of 1.7 million euros, which would rise to 5.2 million euros including variables. Having beaten their rivals to his signing, Barcelona are reaping the rewards of Araujo's development and growth. The 23-year-old is just a couple of matches away from reaching the 100 appearance landmark for Blaugrana. So seen as a leader of the defense, Araujo signed a new contract with the club last year, extending his stay until the summer of 2026. The defender revealed in a recent interview that he had turned down bigger offers in order to renew with the Catalan Giants. Barcelona are yet to register his new contract, but the club and the players' camp are calm over the situation, with the plan being to take care of the registration by July 1st, later this year. Ronald Araujo has been solid as usual, has been one of the best players as usual for Barcelona. His displays have been so consistent, and he's one of the best defenders, not just in La Liga, but in the whole world. And we have to be proud that we have a very, very good defender in our ranks, and still very young, still 23. And it does not even come as a surprise to me that Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid had once been showing interest in Ronald Araujo. Of course, they already saw the potential in him, and luckily enough, Barca won the race. It was back in 2018. He was a guy who played his whole life at Uruguay, Boston River, when he was still very young, and of course, Barca came for him and snapped him up as soon as possible. And he played now to the Barca. He went back to the Barca B directly. He did not come to the first team. So Barca took him to the Barca B. He played there in La Masia as well. And, it was very important for him to go through that stage before being integrated. Of course, it did not even take too long because 2018, by 2019, they started introducing him to the first team, So it was great to see. It is great to see Araujo performing the way he has been. Right now, Javi has already cemented his place as the first choice centre back alongside Andres Christensen, who has been doing exceptionally well. And of course, Javi has finally identified his starting 11, especially in the centre back department. So it's good. Araujo is always a fighter. He reminds me of Puyol. I think Araujo has that attributes, and I think we are really good when it comes to the centre backs. It's just to even though Barca are still looking for another centre back, at least a one centre back who is left-footed. Mind you, Araujo is right-footed, Christensen is right-footed, Kunde is right-footed. So, yeah, Barcelona needs a left-footed centre half because it is going to be so important. Umtiti and Lenglet were the only left-footed, but they were not the standards of Barca and they were sold. Then on to the next story of discussion. Speaking to Globe Sport, Andre Corey, the agent of Atletico Paranense striker and Barca target Vitor Roque, has claimed that multiple clubs have already made offers for him and confirmed that the proposal worth 25 million euros has been rejected. The 17-year-old has emerged as one of the most exciting young talents in Brazil, having helped his club reach the finals of the Copa Libertadores last season. Roque recently won the South American Under-20 Championships with the Brazilian Under-20 national team, finishing as the top scorer. Barcelona have a strong interest in the Barcelona in the young star, as they see him as the ideal understudy to Robert Lewandowski and someone who can be groomed into taking over as the premier number 9 in the future. However, interest in the 17-year-old youngster is growing at a rapid rate, as recently revealed by Atletico Paranense's president. Now, Andre Curry, a former employee of Barcelona and Roque's agent, has confirmed that there have been offers for him from teams in England, Italy, and Spain. He said there was already a proposal, but it was rejected. There was an English club, I don't want to name them, a Spanish club that already made an offer, an Italian one as well, he said. We got more or less a value of 25 million and we immediately rejected it because I understand that the player has a higher value than that, even because some players were sold in Brazil for 20 million euros. Curry then went to claim that Roque, along with another young Brazilian in Yuri Alberto, have what it takes to replace the urgent number 9s in Europe, such as Karim Benzema, Edison Cavani, and Robert Lewandowski in the future, he said. He has managed to show that he has all the physical, mental, and technical characteristics to be playing for a big club in Europe. He and Yuri Alberto are two players who can work hard physically and bring a lot to the team, and they are modern players. The top number 9s in Europe are older, like Benzema, Cavani, Lewandowski, and it will open up that gap for these young stars. Why it was initially believed that Roque could be available for around 35 to 40 million euros, including variables, recent reports in Brazil suggest that he could cost in excess of 50 million euros. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.